Hello everyone. Today we will discuss on the topic Dhtml. It means dynamic hypertext markup language. So first we will start the introduction of Dhtml. Dhtml stands for dynamic hypertext markup language, that is dynamic HTML, because HTML is a static and DHTML is a dynamic. So dynamic HTML is not a markup or programming language, but it combines the different web development technologies for creating web pages dynamic and interactive. So there are basic components of Dhtml. Basically, it consists of the 4 components or languages. First, HTML. Second, CSS, cascading style sheet. Third, JavaScript. And fourth, DOM, document object model. So first, we will discuss what is the basic meaning of HTML. Basically, HTML is a client-side markup language which is a core component of the Dhtml because it defines the structure of a web page with various defined basic elements or tags. Like in HTML, there are head, title, body, heading, and different important types of tag which we are used in HTML for creating a web page. Second is CSS. CSS stands for cascading style sheet, which allow the web users or developers for controlling the style and layout of the HTML elements on the web pages. In CSS, there are also different types of styles or different types of selectors. By using its property and its value, we can apply it on the web pages and we can change the style of the web page. Third component is JavaScript. JavaScript is a scripting language which is done on a client side. The various browser supports JavaScript technology. Dhtml uses JavaScript technology for accessing, controlling and manipulating the HTML elements. And the statements in the JavaScript are the command which tell the browser for performing an action. So what are the statements? Means which statements are written in the JavaScript. That statements tell the browser which type of action can be performed. Next component is DOM. DOM is the document object model. It is a W3C standard which is a standard interface of programming for HTML, and it is mainly used for defining the objects and properties of all elements in HTML. HTML means hypertext markup language. And there are some uses of Dhtml. So first, Dhtml is used for designing and animated and interactive web pages that are developed in real time. Dhtml helps users by animating the text and images in their documents, and it allows the authors for adding the effects on their pages. And it also includes the drop down and rollover buttons on the web page, and this term is also used to create various browser based action games. There are some different features of HTML. So the next topic is features of Dhtml. It is simplest and main feature is that we can create the web page dynamically. Dynamic style is a feature that allow the users to alter the font, size, color and content of a web page, and it provides the facility for using the events methods and properties, and it also provides the code reusability feature, means we can reuse the code, and it also provides the data binding concept. Using Dhtml, users can easily create dynamic fonts for their websites or web pages, means we can change in the font size, style and color, and with the help of Dhtml, users can easily change the tags and their properties, because there are different types of tags and its properties. So the web page functionality is enhanced because Dhtml uses low bandwidth effect. Next topic is, what is the difference between HTML and Dhtml? Because HTML means hypertext markup language and Dhtml means dynamic hypertext markup languages, and Dhtml is the combination of multiple types of languages or components. So first difference is, HTML is simply a markup language, but Dhtml is not a language, it is a set of technology for web development. Second difference is, HTML is used for developing and creating web pages, but Dhtml is used for creating and designing of the animated and interactive websites or pages, because in HTML we cannot use the animation. HTML markup language creates static web pages and Dhtml creates dynamic web pages. This is the next difference. And next difference is, HTML does not contain any server-side scripting code, but in Dhtml it may contain the code of server-side scripting, because in Dhtml we use like different types of languages, or we can say that JavaScript, and the files of HTML are stored with the extension, and the extension is .html or .htm in a system. But when we save the file of Dhtml, that are stored with the extension .dhtm in a system. And next difference is, a simple page is created by a user without script or style called as HTML page, and when a page is created by using HTML, CSS, DOM and JavaScript technology, it is called Dhtml page. And the hypertext markup language does not need database connectivity because it cannot interact with the user, and in Dhtml concept need database connectivity because it interacts with the user. So these are the some difference between the HTML and Dhtml, and in this video we discussed the component of Dhtml and uses and features of Dhtml. So in this we will discuss the basic Dhtml components. Thank you.